So this choosing, when I'm saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, I'm not necessarily talking about Darwinian evolution. But some sort of maybe evolution took place, but not Darwinian evolution. This is a deeper subject which we will maybe touch upon as the different ayahs come. But the main thing about man is not his physical self. The main thing about man is his ruh. And we find in Surah Al-Kahf and in other places of the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked the angels to bow down when? فَإِذَا نَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي, when I blow my breath upon him. And what that means, we don't know. This is mutashabihat. This is amongst the allegorical verses of the Quran. We don't know what it means. So, when Allah says, I do this, then you bow down. So, at that moment, when the ruh met the body, and you know, there's the very famous hadith of Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiallahu anh, in which he also mentions that, you know, when the ruh is put into the womb of the mother after 120 days. So this is there. This is what makes a real human being. It's the compound creation of the ruh and the physical being. And this ruh, there's something about it that's foreign to the physical world. It's foreign to the world of animals. It's foreign to the world of creation. It is something from the Amr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that has to do with alimul amr, the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not the alimul takhliq, the alim al-khalq. Ala lillahi al-khalq wal-amr. These are the two worlds Allah has created, the world of creation and the world of command. The man's physical creation, just like all the animals and everything, is part of alimul khalq, is the world of creation. But man is from the alimul amr. You can say angels are also nur. They're also from the world of, they are from the world of amr. You know, تتنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. They carry the amr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so over here, man has a ruh, which is something different from what can be seen of the world of takhliq. And this is his real essence. So whether there was evolution, no evolution, or the man was made through a sequence of evolution or not, this is secondary. The main thing is, the real significance of man is ruh. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I'm going to create a vice regent, a deputy you can say, a representative of my will upon earth. And that will be this human being. And the angels, they're objecting. And the angels are objecting because they see that he's going to cause fasad in the world. And I said because of the previous experience of the jinns, or because of what they were already seeing, the Homo sapiens, the human-like beings, the Java man and the others, they were seeing what they were doing. And the animalistic tendencies that they had. And the other thing that's also very important here is that, you know, a lot of the atheists, a lot of the agnostics, a lot of the skeptics, you know, they always talk about how this world has so much suffering. And over here, I just want to mention that even this is acknowledged by the angels. You know, like the book written by Jeffrey Lang called Even the Angels Asked is a book that's basically it's on this very topic of suffering, that even the angels asked, أَتَجْأَلُوا فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُوا فِيهَا. Are you going to place on earth someone that's going to cause fasad, someone that's going to cause corruption and mischief and shed blood? So this is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran is acknowledging, that there will be this type of suffering. But at the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. I know best what I'm doing. I know what you don't know. Okay? And so the other thing that I want to mention here, that perhaps, you know, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, according to some of the narrations, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned that He's going to create a deputy, a representative upon earth. After this event with the jinns had taken place, when they were thrown into the oceans, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala announced that He's going to put a deputy upon earth. And at that time, perhaps the angels felt it would be them, because they did away with the fasad that was upon earth. Maybe Azabil or Shaitan, he felt maybe it was him. But to their surprise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala nominated someone that they didn't expect. So قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك. If someone knows Arabic, they can appreciate with what emphasis they're saying. نحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك. We are completely engaged in your tasbih, in your perfection, your tahmeed, your praise, your gratitude and your holiness. وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قَالَ إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. And Allah said, I know that which you don't know. And over here now, we're getting an introduction, a very important introduction of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. So he has a certain strength. His real strength is being discussed here. And then a weakness of his will be discussed. And so the strength is وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. And we taught Adam the name of all things. Now the ulama are in agreement. This means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam the name of all things as in a, you can say what we call in philosophy, a priori. The potential knowledge of being able to, because it is only a human being. Asma'a kullaha. Asma means names. When we see something, we give it a name. We make a concept, we give it a name. And this, naming things, naming concepts, naming objects, naming modules, naming different things is the basis of our knowledge. And this is potentially, from any point onwards, it's potentially infinite. And so, man is that person. Allah didn't teach angels. Angels only know what they're designated for, they know. So even though jinns have they have self-consciousness, angels have self-consciousness, human beings also have self-consciousness, but human beings have the ability to gain more and more and more knowledge. As generation goes by, human beings get more knowledge. And this is one of the major characteristics of human beings, that potentially man can get knowledge to recognize the entire creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and appreciate and to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a way that no other creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can. So, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. Then some things were put in front of the angels. Some objects were, you could say, put in front of the angels. And because angels only know what they've been taught. They only know what they know instinctively. Just like an animal knows instinctively after birth that it has to go to its mother for its milk, just like a human being. But a human being has more than that instinctive knowledge. So Allah then said, ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ فَقَالَ. So Allah said, أَنْبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ. These things that I have put in front of you, أَنْبِئُونِي. Tell me what they are. إِن كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. If you are truthful in your claim. You think you can be my representative, then name these things. They didn't have, so they responded to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, قَالُوا سُبْحَانَكَ. They said, Allah, you are perfect. All praises for you. You're perfect. لَا عِلْمَ لَنَا إِلَّا مَا عَلَّمْتَنَا. We don't have any knowledge but what you've taught us. But Adam has knowledge by which he can name things. He can build upon the knowledge that he has. He can build upon it more and more and more. Angels only have the knowledge that Allah has given them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. Potentially, the ability, all the things that will be discovered in human history, that potential of naming all those things were already put into human beings by certain mechanisms of fitrah and archetypes and so on and so forth. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. Oh Allah, you have all knowledge and you have all wisdom. What you're doing is by your knowledge, which is above our knowledge. لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا. And what you're doing is by your wisdom. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even the angels recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't do anything except with wisdom and His full knowledge. إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَلِيمُ الْحَكِيمُ. And also notice here, إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَلِيمُ الْحَكِيمُ. Definitely, O Allah, you are the one who has full knowledge of things and you have full wisdom of things. قَالَ يَا آدَمُ. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to demonstrate to the angels what is significant about Adam. قَالَ يَا آدَمُ أَنْبِئْهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ. Oh Allah, tell them, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Adam, tell them, meaning the angels, the name of all these things. فَلَمَّا أَنْبَأَهُمْ. So now Adam of his own self started to name the things. فَلَمَّا أَنْبَأَهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ. When he named, immediately. فَلَمَّا أَنْبَأَهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ. So when he was done telling them the name of the things, he just used his knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put within man to build more and more knowledge. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَلَمَّا أَنْبَأَهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ قَالَ أَلَمْ أَقُلْ لَكُمْ. Then Allah says, did I not tell you, إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ غَيْبَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Did I not tell you I have knowledge of all things that are hidden of the heavens and the earth? وَأَعْلَمُ مَا تُبْدُونَ وَمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْتُمُونَ. And I know fully what you are making, showing, what you are making apparent, and I know also all the things that you hide.